Hare Krishna.
¿Cómo estás, Sri-Ananda?
He rearranged the furniture.
Very, very good, Maharaja, because I see to you and Puri Maharaj and Prabhu Keshava Prabhu. I'm happy. I see again. And you, Maharaj, how are you?
Okay. We are okay. We are missing you for the last few weeks.
Yes, Maharaj. Did he see to you? It's not possible because working in the school. Sorry, Maharaj.
No problem.
But Anita, Bhagavati, you every day in YouTube. But she no right, but she see to you and Sangha.
You are doing Damodar Ashtakam, offering lamp to Radha Damodar.
Radha Damodar. ¿Dónde está, Maharaj?
Are you
Festival.
offering lamp? Are you offering lamp to Radha Damodar every day, month of Kartik?
No. Sí, el Kartik, el mes de Kartik. No, ¿dónde está, Maharaj? Sorry.
For Buddha,
Right.
for John Mastami to Damodar, offering the lamp. Namam Ishvaram Sat-cit-ananda.
No, Maharaj.
No.
No, sorry, no.
You can offer every day lamp. It's good.
It's good.
Every day offer lamp.
Okay.
Pranam Swamiji.
Dhanyavad.
Namaskaram to all.
Madhava.
Namaskar Swamiji.
Madhava Prana.
And sing Damodar Ashtakam. Namamishwaram sat-cit-ananda rupam. Every day sing Kirtan.
Okay. It's possible, Maharaj, tomorrow I join to Sadhu-Sanga class. I see to sing. I chant with you, see the chant.
Okay.
I don't know this chant, but tomorrow I see learn.
Very nice.
I am very ignorant. I don't know nothing.
Srila Sridhara Maharaj told the separation from Krishna, that is the ignorance of devotees. And then Krishna removes them.
Yeah. Maharaj, who are the cows in India, in Singhapali cow?
Cows are good. Cows are good.
Oh, here, yeah. Okay.
Gosala is about to finish in another 4 or 5 days time. Gosala will be finished work. Then we will start, producing the biogas, the cooking, cow dung gas.
Okay. Very happy because the Gosala is good.
Cows will be freely moving. We will not tie the cows anymore. They will freely move,
Oh.
babies will freely move.
Oh, very, very nice. Y, ba-
Oh, no.
baby cow is good. Baby cow.
Yeah,
From when?
Ah,
It's a long time ago. I don't know when to look at. From this time last year.
when are you coming to see them?
uh, I think is Lord Gurudev for mercy Gurudev the next year I will go to India or see to
Permanently?
you and devotee.
Permanently? Permanently?
My heart, yes, very, very yes. But now, in this moment, I had this responsibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I asked for Maya.
You bring
Maya,
you bring them all.
no go to India, Haryananda, Maya.
You come with all of them here. We'll take care, don't worry.
Pero I go to India. Yeah, I like go to India all my life and serve to you and devotee.
Maharaja,
And USA to foresee to Srila Madhava Puri Maharaja. I like to travel to say serve and serve to Maharaj, Madhava Puri Maharaj and Shava Prabhu.
You have to prepare some pizzas.
yes, Maharaj, we'll make
Sí.
pizzas for Haryananda and the family. We'll make pizzas for everybody.
Casi que hagamos que toda la familia montemos un negocio de pizza.
Which pizza? Brinjal pizza?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
brinjal.
business pizza for Seva. and Seva for
Dr. Jayanti, have you received our conference website?
I don't know. I think I have received.
Okay.
I
You
think.
seen that? You seen the website?
Yes. If you can send it once again, that will be so nice because as such, I have so many groups. I don't know who is sending what. So if you can, Swamiji,
You can
thoda-
see you can see the chat window.
chat box, nothing is there.
I'm sending just now. You see that?
Yes. I think I
Maharaj.
have already. I have.
You have this
group
website?
I have. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
This
I
website,
have.
you have this website?
Yeah, I have this group.
Not group, the website. Have you seen the
Website.
chat window?
If
This
I'll
website?
click, then yes, maybe I can copy it and yes, I can just let me close my video. Then I can do that. Yes, I think this international conference I have received,
Okay.
but
You are
not
going to give
through
a
the.
talk?
Yes, I'm planning. In fact, I was thinking anytime you can give me some assignment, I can do that. I was thinking, but I
You can
heard
come to Navadip in December 12th and 13th.
that I don't know. It's not online.
No, we are doing, in spot, the conference.
The conference is where?
In near Calcutta, Navadip Dham.
Okay, Calcutta.
Hmm.
So then I might come. If I'll write the paper, definitely I'll come.
We will support your to and fro third SC
Yeah.
pair. Okay.
Okay, so nice of you, but I'll
But
definitely.
you have to submit a paper.
Yes, I'll submit. I'll take your guidance. I'll ask you that how to go about this, because the topic which you have given a little bit a mixture of many things, and so how to proceed. I'll discuss with you whenever you are free.
Can
So
I ask, can I ask one question? Dr. Sahu, do you know a person named Navneet Chopra?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yes, I know, because he is a faculty member at Department of Philosophy, University of Delhi. Dr. Navneet Chopra. Yes, I know him very well.
He's specializing in artificial intelligence, I believe.
Hope so.
He,
That his specialization is basically, I don't know much about whether if he is saying artificial intelligence, but he used to teach continental and philosophy. That I know, but I don't know much about artificial intelligence. If he is teaching, I don't know.
I found on one website, actually Maharaja last year found it, and we would like to invite,
Okay.
we'd like to invite him to the conference also.
Okay, that's good. Not, I think he is in department, and we used to meet him. Like they are also faculty members. We are also faculty members, but we are teaching at college, and they are teaching at university department level. And we always go for the kind of meetings and preparing question papers and all that kind of meetings, syllabus committee meetings. So we go, so we meet there. So recently I was part of the new national education policy. So I was in various committees. So we had an interaction, but so far I know he is having the like specialization in continental philosophy. Don't know much about
You have
whether he
his phone
knows.
number?
Yes, I can provide you, but I just have to talk to him. Need to, because there are people like, can I change the language?
Yes. No, I can say in English, no problem.
So there are people who doesn't want to give their numbers. So, and that too, Navneet Chopra is a different kind of. I had to, before giving his number, then I have to speak to him.
Okay.
I can speak to him. It's not a kind of, if he, because there are people who like you
I
can
just
understand.
we just want to know what his specialization are, whether he's working on mechanics. You know? So,
See, recently he has shifted to his area of interest to spiritualism, and I guess that meditation. And I was told by some people, but earlier he is not a kind of person who was. So it's very difficult, because people, when they change their kind of what you can say, that field area of interest. So recently I heard that he's doing something on meditation, faith, and something related. But before that, he was like, I know him because he was with me in some committee. So we had some kind of interaction. And he said, because we are part of the college work, and we used to take a decision from the university also, and he said that since you are the convener of some papers, then I suggest some articles you include that. And that was not much interaction with him. I just and he came one philosophical counseling session we conducted at our department. He joined that. That's what I know him. Not much. But his area of interest is continental. So far I know. Not much expertise in artificial. Maybe he is saying then that may be true.
Maharaj, I just shared one link in the chat.
Yeah, I've seen that he's interested in mind and all those topics.
Okay, okay. Okay, Navneet Chopra.
There's some articles on mind, reading the mind.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, actually, I don't know. So yes, yes. So must be. I have hardly any. I know him, but see, there are certain things. Everybody has their private experience of life, so I don't know much about him. So I can only say yes, I know. Not beyond that. And he's a he's a professor, not professor. He is right now, I think, associate. He's the associate professor at there. So that's all I can
He's not a
say.
senior faculty?
So he is right now associate. I am also associate. So he is associate, and his areas of interest, as I said, that recently he has focused on some spiritual meditation kind of thing. But I see, I don't know much about, so telling about him will be like injustice to him. I just know him as a person. Beyond that, because he doesn't, we don't invite him for the lectures. I had him just a few questions raised by him in the philosophical counseling session. So that's all. I have very limited.
Do you have my number? Do you have my number?
Yes, yes. Number in the
Sorry.
group. But
No, no.
if you can
You-
share and
Yes,
I
my
can
number
save it.
you can send his number if he wants to talk. Do you want to talk to him?
Yes, I'll definitely, Swamiji, I'll speak to him because
I've sent you the number in the chat.
se tike asubidha tike mane lokoda mane I don't have little contact, but I'll send it to you.
We deal with Bhakti Yoga.
Yes, I'll speak to him, and then if he says yes, and I'll speak to you. I'll speak to you.
Tony Pradhan, Kimti Achamdi.
Pradhan sir.
Tony, no, coach Tony. Tony Pradhan. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Tony, Haribo. Namaste.
His audio is not working.
Maharaj, is it okay if we sing Damodar Rastakam? Huh?
Whatever Maharaj you want, that is.
Got to make it bigger. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Acharya Maharaj, Srila Santa Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.
Srila Madhava, Puri Maharaja.
Jai Kartik Damodarasta Damodar Masaki Jai. Mam Ishvaram Sat-cit-ananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokure Rajamanam
Namishwaram
Yasoda Biyolu Kaladavamanam Param Rishtamathyanta Todu Gopya Rudantam Muhurnetra Yugmam Rajantam Karam Bojo Yukvena Satankanitram Muhu Swasatam Bhaktire Kankakanta Sita Graiham Damodaram Bhakti Bhagavadam Idrik Swalila Birananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajantam Akyapayantam Tadiyeshi Togeshu Bhaktarjitatvam Puna Prematastam Satavritti Vande Aram Deva Moksham Na Vokshavadimba Na Chajnam Rineham Varishad Apiha Idam Teva Purnata Kopalabalam Sadame Manasya Virastam Kimanya Idam Te Mukambojam Atyanta Nilaya Pritam Kuntolai Snigdara Kaipagopya
Idam te mukham bhujam atyanta nilaya idam kundale snigdham
Muhushumbitam bimba raktadaram me manasya virastam salam lakshanai
muhuchumbitam raktadarami
Namo Deva Damod Dararanta Vishnu Prasida Prabodhika Jalabdi Magna
Namo
Kripadristi Vyati Dinam Bhatanu Vihane Shamamagyam Edyakshadrasya Kuvir Atma Jobad, Kuvir Atma Jobad, Murtyai Vayadvat, Tvaya Mochito Bhakti, Pajokrito Cha. Tata Prema Bhaktim Swakam Me Prayacha, Namokshe Grahome, Sridhamo Doreha.
Tata prema bhakti swakame prayachya namo Sri
Namaste Studamne Puradipidamne Tvadiyodarayata Vipasya
Namaste Sudhamne Pradipidamne Titiyadayadamne
Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhyam.
Namo
Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhyam.
Namo
Ramam Ishwaram sat-cit-ananda rupam lasat kondalam gokule prajamanam. Yasodabiyalukaladavamanam param ristamantyato dutagopya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hari Bol. Jai
Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol.
Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki jai.
There are two accounts that say Tony Pradhan.
Oh, well, no one, each one is answering. Anyone?
Pradhanji, are you there?
Okay.
Your sound is not coming if you're talking.
Okay, we'll go to the Prapanna Jivanamrita. Page 169. Jai Kanupriya ki jai.
Jai.
Now it's
Dhanyavad, Pranams Maharaj, Dhanyavad everybody.
Dhanyavad. Santa Maharaj.
Andaba.
Dhanyavad.
Page 169. Okay.
Maharaj, please, what chapter?
Chapter
9, 9.
9, verse 52. Chapter 9, words of nectar from the Supreme Lord. Text 52.
Thank you. Sí.
52.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Jivanam chakya bhukti bhukti devatanta tapapi devatantarapti sprihanam grihita Sri Krishnanugachyamaya Jivananam eva nitya swarupa siddhistata tad antaranga Sri Rupanuga bhajana parikartavan cha sampajyate marto yada tatta samasta karma niveditatma vichikirshito me tadatmitatvam pratipadyamano mamatma bhuyaya chakalpate vai. From the Srimad Bhagavatam. Utterly abandoning desire for worldly enjoyment or liberation, or the desire to become one of the demigods, the souls who embrace the service of Sri Krishna realize their eternal divine identity and attain confidential servitude to the Lord, gaining admission into the group of the followers of Sri Rupa Goswami. When the mortal being gives up all worldly attempts, completely offers himself to me, and acts exclusively according to my desire, he attains to the state of nectar or positive immortality. He is then accepted, he becomes qualified to enjoy the acme of divine ecstasy, united with me as my family member. Español?
De Maharaj. Al abandonar totalmente el deseo por los placeres o por la liberación, o el deseo de volverse un semidios, las almas que se entregan al servicio a Sri Krishna realizan su eterna identidad divina y obtienen el servicio confidencial al Señor, logrando así la admisión del grupo de los seguidores de Srila Rupa Goswami. Cuando el ser mortal renuncia a todo esfuerzo mundo por a mí y actúa exclusivamente en mi deseo, él alcanza el estado del néctar, inmortalidad positiva. Entonces, él es aceptado y está calificado para saborear la esencia del éxtasis divino, unido a mí como un miembro de mi familia. Ay, Maharaj.
So here's the key. This book, the subtitle of the book Prapanna Jivanamrita is Positive and Progressive Immortality. Positive and progressive immortality. So here's the key to immortality. To give up worldly attempts. Worldly attempts means fruit of activities. Karma, Gyan, Mukti. These all activities are directed toward getting some result. Either to get the results of your activities, get the results of your knowledge, or get the results of liberation, freedom from misery. These are all attempts in the material world, said. But when he completely offers himself to Krishna and acts exclusively to his desire, then he can attain the positive plane of positive immortality. We mentioned this the other day, that bhakti is the process of going from the mortal to the immortal world. And that process involves complete surrender and faith in Krishna. We were just listening to some jnanis before this class, and they were explaining how the ultimate is Brahman, to achieve impersonal Brahman, and saying that all paths, bhakti, gyan, whatever, karma, they all lead to Brahman. But Krishna says, he says, yes, everyone is following some path, a path to try to find me. But I will reward you according to the surrender, to your surrender to me. Yaya tamam prapadyante, tam sadhaiva bhajamyaham. Everyone is following some path to reach me. But those who want me, who surrender to me, you will get the reward of Krishna Lok. Those who want to surrender to the impersonal Brahman, you may get that. But what is that? That state is indescribable and indiscernible. It really has no definite idea, just some kind of pure consciousness or whatever they try to explain it as. But the living entity cannot remain in a condition of pure restfulness. The living entity is by nature restless. He has to engage in some kind of activity. So by reaching Brahman, they don't stay there. Those who reach Brahman stage, they have to come back. And they come back as some kind of tree, or they may come back as some kind of a philanthropist. It depends on their mentality. But they cannot remain in that stage. They have to engage in some activity. And because they have not learned the process of devotion, of surrender, of dedication, of service, they cannot enter into the higher spiritual dimensions, dimension of divine love. Cannot enter that because that requires complete humility, complete giving up one's ego, and accepting in faith, accepting not by knowledge, but by faith, giving one's whole heart, wholehearted faith to Krishna and submitting to him. It's a very humble mentality that's required for that. That I don't know anything. I'm completely in your hands, my Lord. Kindly accept me and let me accept you. Then the chance for service can enter. Development of devotional service. One has to learn that. We don't automatically know how to serve. We don't automatically know how to love, even. We have to learn that under the guidance of those who have entered that world and have learned how to serve in that world. Then we can become qualified to enjoy the Krishna Prem, the ecstasy of divine Krishna Prem, as his own family member. Maharaj, would you like to say something?
He doesn't have to say.
Huh?
He doesn't have anything to say.
No? You just want to sit and listen. Here. Okay.
Maharaj, español.
And Spanish, yes. Español, please.
Thank you, Maharaj, por utilizar. El Maharaj está explicando que este verso es importante porque en el mundo material hay muchas habilidades. Filósofo, filántropo, personas que hacen en el camino del jnana, o jnana yogi, o karma, o karma yogi, muchos caminos. Todos esos caminos aparentemente pueden ser positivos, pueden ser positivos y puedes conseguir algún resultado y puedes ir a un planeta, a planetas superiores a servir allí. Pero si esos resultados vas a esos planetas superiores, igual están. Igual vas a tener otro cuerpo y vas a crecer, envejecer, morir y todo el proceso material. La Tierra o planeta igual es material. Entonces, el Maharaja explica que el proceso más fino, más todo puede tener un cuerpo igual es un mundo mortal, sea en tierra, otro planeta igual, pero si sirve a Krishna, entonces el Señor Krishna a través y sirve a los gurus, a los devotos, todo tipo de concepción, o tipo de mentalidad, otro tipo de corazón. Y eso es con el Bhakti Yoga. El Bhakti Yoga es el yoga de amor, como dice el Maharaja, el yoga prem, el yoga del amor. Es el más alto nivel, el supremo, el más alto nivel para todos nosotros, porque ese es el camino que va directamente con el Señor los Gurudev, y ese es nuestro, y no lo terminar a fe y bendición, dos cosas muy importantes, dijo el Maharaja. Fe son dos elementos muy importantes en el Bhakti Yoga, que es el camino que nosotros seguimos, rendición y el camino al Sri Krishna no por conocimiento de filosofía, estudiar, leer, no necesario. Un camino muy importante es el amor, el corazón, el amor, y servir al guru y los Vaishnavas. Sí, es simple, muy simple, servir al guru, los Vaishnavas y seguir la instrucción de Gurudev, y ya, y podemos ir caminando bien y seguro, y poco a poco conseguir acercamiento a los ¿vale? Ya hay Gurudev.
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Thank you.
So why is this immortal? Why does it say that this surrender to Krishna and service to Krishna is positive immortality? What's immortal about that? Huh? Why is that immortal and everything else is mortal? Why? Mahaprabhu told to Sanatan Goswami, when Sanatan Goswami asked, K Ami, he asked, who am I? Mahaprabhu told him, Krishnara Nityadas. You are the eternal servant of Krishna. Our real identity is that. Huh? That's eternal identity. The constitutional position of the soul. The soul is born in the world. And he doesn't know his identity. He has somehow lost his real identity as the eternal servant of Krishna, and he becomes absorbed in so many different worldly activities, thinking that's what he should be doing. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells 3 lessons he wants to teach. 3 things in the Bhagavad Gita. 1, that you are not the body, you are the soul. Don't identify with the body. That you are going from your body, dehinosmin yata dehe, kamaram yovanam jara. You're going through different bodies. Who is that? You're not the body, you're going through different bodies. You're putting on one body, then another and another. But who is that? Who's putting that on? So first he tells Brahma Bhuta, you are You are of a spiritual nature. Brahmabhuta prasanama. You will become happy. You'll become satisfied when you understand you're not material, you're spiritual. Your nature is spiritual, not material. Brahmabhuta prasanama. Then you'll become satisfied. You're looking for satisfaction in this world, going from one thing to another. Well, you won't become happy by all those activities. Only when you recognize your real identity is spiritual. Huh? Like a fish. If a fish tries to go on land and live on the land, he'll become very unhappy. He won't be able to make it. Huh? When he goes in the water, then he's happy. Some happiness for there. Something like that. We are spiritual, but we're trying to enjoy materially. And we won't be happy. We're in the wrong atmosphere, wrong consciousness. So by the instructions of Guru and Krishna, we can understand that we are not this material body, we're spiritual by nature. And then next lesson, Krishna tells in the Gita that there is a God, there is a controller of everything. There is a supreme Lord of all things and the origin of things. And we must turn our attention there and try to accept our humble position with respect to that Lord, serving position. And then the highest lesson, he says, in the highest lesson, you'll learn that I am a person and I love you very much. And my relationship with you is one of love. And your relationship to me is one of loving service also, loving reciprocation with me. So Krishna teaches in the Gita in gradual steps, all the proper knowledge that we need to come to him and to engage in our immortal existence as eternal servants of Krishna. And then we are free from all this samsara, this reincarnation of entering into the life of birth and death in different species of life. This is how we get free from that. That's mortality. The cycle of birth and death, that is mortality. And to free ourselves from that requires one thing only. Give up all your worldly aspirations and surrender with full faith. You can't get to Krishna without by any other means except by faith and surrender. And that and Krishna has given us the direction how to do that, how to come to that plane of surrender. That we have to approach Gurudev. What is that verse in Gita? Paripratena pariprastena sevaya. Tadvidi pranipatena. You want to know the truth? Tadvidi pranipatena. You become humble first. Don't think you can know everything on your own. Tadvidi pranipatena. Become humble. Approach Gurudev. Gurudev is not an ordinary person. It is Krishna. Charyamam vijaniyat. Krishna says, know that I am the Guru. I am the Acharya. You're coming to me, you're not coming to some ordinary other person who is deluded like you or like everyone else. Guru is a tattvadarshana, one who has already known the truth, has realized the truth by Krishna's grace and by following his Acharya. So there's Guru Parampara Praptam. There is a Parampara. And we have to find that genuine Parampara by which Guru is coming and teaching that eternal truth. Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma means eternal. Our eternal duty. Our eternal duty is to serve Krishna, not some other duty that we make for ourselves in this world. The duties of the illusory conception of life. Not those duties. We have an eternal duty beyond all those duties that surpasses all of them and by which we can neglect all those other duties and simply submit to him and follow him and live happily forever after. Uh-huh. You know, these stories, they end with, and they lived happily ever after. These fairy tales. You can't do that in the fairy tales, but we can do that in reality, by submission to Krishna. Then we can live happily ever after, eternally. It is possible, and not a fairy tale. And this has been told in the scripture by the saints. Hare Krishna. Anyone want to say anything? Ask anything?
Whereas today I was reading Prema Vibhakta, and that Mahaprabhu is saying from the scripture that holy name is the origin of Jiva soul, and holy name is the highest good.
What's that?
That the holy name is the origin of the Jiva soul, and that the holy name is the highest guru.
Mahaprabhu is saying in Prema Vibhakta.
Mahaprabhu said that in Prema Vivarta, that the scriptures, Mahaprabhu said in Prema Vivarta that the scriptures are saying holy name is the highest guru and the source of the Jiva.
Then what?
And then I'm asking about the source of the Jiva soul. Generally, we know that it is coming from the Tatastha. We never, this is like a new thing. That the holy name
अमित जी
is,
आपकी आवाज
can you hear, Maharaj?
Not so well, Maharaj.
yes
Can you hear now?
It's better.
Mahaprabhu is saying that the holy name is the origin of the Jiva soul. So it is like a new kind of revelation. We never heard like that.
It's a new kind
And
of
also,
revelation. It's never been said like that. Normally we're hearing that Jiva is coming from Tatastha Shakti, but Mahaprabhu saying like this is like a new revelation. That's what Maharaja is saying.
so holy name is considered non-different than Krishna. Means Krishna is source of everything that we know in that way. Krishna is also good. But how we can understand it from a Gaudiya point of view, holy name is Guru and origin of the Jiva soul.
According to one's realization, well, there are many different ways to see things, understand things. Guru may be understood in different ways also. We know there's gradation in the spiritual world as well as in this material world. Gradation. There you are, Pratoni. Are you okay?
Yeah, I was having some problems, challenge, tech challenge.
Okay. Any other comments or questions?
Can you explain what does Haribol mean? Haribol.
Santa Maharaj?
Haribol is just like, encouraging the
What is that?
jivas.
I beg your pardon?
Encouraging the jivas to chant the holy name. Haribol. Say Hari.
Jivas means people.
Okay, I still
Bolo,
didn't understand.
what is
So,
bolo?
okay.
You know bolo?
Bol means say. So
Hari Hari.
say Hari is to encourage the jiva souls, and you are getting Vaishnava Seva by that way. Because Vaishnava has ordered you to chant the name, and you are chanting. Then you are doing that, Seva, Vaishnava Seva. So Haribol is Vaishnava Seva.
So it's like Hare Krishna.
Yeah, more than Hare Krishna.
Okay. Why is it more? I thought Krishna was the most ultimate.
But because in Haribol there is order is there.
There's what?
Order.
Ah,
There is an order given by a person. Haribol,
Who is that? Who is that order given by?
the devotee, Vaishnava. So when you
Thanks.
follow that,
No, not really. Thank you, though. Thank you for trying.
take it.
I think,
That's okay.
Swamiji, can I ask one thing?
Pradhanji, can I just clarify?
Go ahead. What is it?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, could you please tell me, how do you understand desire? What do you mean
Me?
by desire? And how when we talk about a kind of Krishna Prem, you said eternal, immortal, desireless state. How do one can achieve that desireless state? By within the world, because Krishna is not saying leaving the world. Within the world, how we can achieve that state?
How do you achieve it?
Yes,
How do you achieve it? Yeah.
I understand, because see, it is not a kind of achieving that state is a very difficult, and this is a kind of, we have to undergo through a very kind of I, as a philosopher, looking at the things as some kind of methodological tools and rational justification first to believe that the God is there, and because since I have limitations and imperfections and finiteness, so I am looking for always a kind of higher being which is more perfect and which is perfect and who has created this world, and that way I have established the God in my life to bring some kind of perfection, and I believe on whatever, then I come to the faith, then I do whatever is required to achieve that state. And difficult, but if you have complete surrender, there are so many things you have to do. You have to control your negative thoughts, negative desire, thinking about the bad things about others, and making happy also others as well as yourself, which is a very difficult task. And sometimes you have to ignore some kind of behavior changes which comes to you, and also practice of so many yogas as a kind of methodological tools in every Bhakti Vedant, whether it is Bhakti Vedant or in any kind of spiritualism. So there is a method to practice, rigorous method. And I believe that maybe it could be possible through Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga and Raj Yoga. All this because Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna said, he brought all these things into account. And he also said it's not like only doing surrendering God is a state he is looking for. He's saying that this is a empirical world, and when you have come to this world, that it is a dharma khetra and it is also a kurukshetra. So that there should be a coordination between dharma and the karma, and doing this, you can come close to, and you understand that you are not a body, but you are a soul, and you have to understand that whatever desires are coming to your mind, and this is because of the attachment which you are having with the empirical world. So you have to create a sense of detachment within this world, and then that could be possible to get that state of God realization. That is what he is telling to Krishna, telling to Arjuna also. When Arjuna had a dilemma and came to Krishna looking for a solution, and the chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita entirely based on that, what is soul, what is mind, and what is body, and the role of mind and body, and also the state of desire and desireless state. So all these are very easy to say, but difficult to practice. And that is a problem where I always face, that how difficult it is to have a desireless state. And that is what in Bhagavad Gita I find that though Krishna said that everything you will get the solution from me, but maybe that kind of faith coming to that state is a very difficult. And there I look for a guru, and Swamiji can help me out.
Yes, Mataji.
Come to that.
We go back to what we read today, the Prapanna Jivanamrita. You'll notice what is being said here. He said, utterly abandoning desire for worldly enjoyment or liberation or desire to become one of the demigods. It doesn't say abandoning desire. Desire for worldly enjoyment. That means one who is desiring to serve Krishna, to please Krishna. That desire is okay. It's not possible for the living entity to give up desire. To give up desire is to give up consciousness. Desire means consciousness. Consciousness means there's a distinction. There's a something lacking between that. That's called desire. There's something lacking between the consciousness and the object of consciousness. That's called this. That's what makes consciousness possible. There has to be this difference between consciousness and the object of consciousness. And what desire does is it tries to bring the object of consciousness into the consciousness, to make the consciousness and the object one. And that is possible only through surrender to Krishna. For Krishna, the object of his desires, and himself, there's no difference. What he wants, he produces, and what he produces is what he wants. There's no difference there. So if we learn to come to Krishna consciousness, that desire for things becomes not nullified, but it becomes directed toward him, because that is what our desire, and our desire is his desire. Then that desire is wanted. That kind of consciousness is wanted. That is our proper consciousness. That is Krishna. That is called Krishna consciousness. When we want what Krishna wants, that satisfaction, to give that satisfaction to him, that is the true purpose of our desire. We have desire, we have consciousness to be conscious of him and to fulfill his desires. So it's not possible to be desireless. That's crazy. You'll drive yourself crazy. But he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that in the Gita. He says, give up desire for worldliness. Worldliness means this, like I was explaining, desire for a fruitive activity. I do something to get something. Or gyan, I learn something for some purpose. Or liberation, moksha. I give up the world so I can become free. It's always about myself. Those are called worldly desires. But when our desire becomes in relation to Krishna, then that becomes liberating. That becomes our source of our immortal identity. We are eternally Krishnara Nityadas. You know the meaning of that? Krishnara Nityadas, eternal servants of Krishna. That is our identity. That is told by Mahaprabhu. You are looking for your identity. You're not only Brahman. Yes, you are a spirit, but that spirit has a function, has an activity associated with it. That activity is serving Krishna, loving Krishna. There is also spiritual life possible that has nothing to do with this world. That world is beyond karma, jnana, and mukti. It's in the world of bhakti. It's a totally different world. And there we all find our satisfaction. There our desire will be properly utilized for its true purpose. We don't have to give it up. That's, like I said, that's impossible. We just have to direct it in the proper way. And the whole of material existence can be solved in that by that one simple solution. Recognizing the difference between exploitation, renunciation, and dedication. Three things. Exploitation, that's called material or enjoyment. Renunciation, that's called Brahman. And dedication, devotion, that's called bhakti. That is Krishna, that leads to Krishna praying. So our desire is not to be stopped. Our desire for exploitation, yes, we should give that up. Our desire for renunciation, liberation, yes, that should be given up. Our desire to serve Krishna, that should be cultivated. That should be enhanced.
See, Swamiji, do you have Krishna believes that we have a purpose in the life? Like we have a goal in the life? Or whatever we are doing, suppose I believe on Krishna Prem, so there is certain kind of activities God has given me to do this in this world. It's not just he looks for that I only self-surrender him or I only do the bhakti. Apart from that bhakti, within that bhakti also he sends some message that what for you have your existence is being here in this world. So I believe that Krishna will certainly say that we have some kind of desire to fulfill in this world, do some kind of good actions, and do some kind of, as you are doing, spreading the love of Krishna and teaching the people, removing the stress and the agony or angst, whatever we are having. So that is a duty which you are doing. And I believe that that is also a part of Krishna Prem, that making people understand the philosophy of the Krishna Prem and why it is important to have the Krishna Prem. Unless and until we convince that aspects of to the people as you are doing, trying to make us clear where the doubts are coming. So that will be a successful activities, and that is probably Krishna is also looking for that as the we are the sevakas or like the bhaktas of Krishna Prem. So there is a message he is trying to give us either through the yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata, or should be some way karmanye vadikaraste ma phalesu kadashana. So we cannot say that it is totally only to have a kind of love is possible only that we surrender to him, not doing any activities. Even within the activities, the prem should be reflected. That's what I believe. I be wrong in my interpretation. I totally may be wrong, but that's what I believe as a faith.
Okay, yes. However long it takes us to surrender to Krishna and develop love for him, we have to be patient, huh? And we have to follow the process. But that's basically the right idea. We want to give up as much as possible selfish activities or worldly activities. Doesn't mean you have to stop activities, but worldly activities. Like some people are engaged in the pursuit of making money. And they just want to, because they're greedy, they just want to make as much money as possible. But a devotee, if he's wealthy, he wants to give money to Krishna. Whatever money he has, whatever wealth he has. You know, in India, there are many, many persons who do like that. They're very generous to the temples and to the devotees. So in this way, whatever you have, if you're a teacher or something like that, you give your teaching energy to the service of the Lord. Means you're teaching Krishna consciousness. Don't mislead them, telling them other things that lead away from that. Teaching, learning, first of all, knowing yourself very thoroughly what it means, and also practicing. You can tell that Krishna says, Tadvidi pranipatena, approach a spiritual master to learn the truth, and not do that yourself. Otherwise, you're hypocrisy, hypocrite. If you want to teach Gita, you have to follow Gita. As a practical realization for your own self. Then you can tell that to others. You can tell others, don't smoke, and you are smoking. They're not going to listen to you.
That can't be possible. That is what I said, that because in your action, and it, as you said very rightly, first you have to be, don't smoke and you are smoking, don't drink, you are drinking.
Yes.
So there should be no contradiction between what you are teaching and what you are doing.
Yes.
So very rightly you have said, yes. But as I said, that it's very difficult to come to that state when you are having the, yes, of course, the practice is needed and everything. So to control and the worldly desires, and it takes a process, long process to go that, because already the mind and the indriyas, they do their action. So it's very, yes, but certainly one can, as you said, that surrender and do some kind of practice within the gurus, and yes, maybe it takes.
Called sadhana. Practicing under the direction of Guru is called sadhana, sadhana bhakti. And by that process, we can come to a higher stage. If Guru is on a higher stage, he can teach how to come to that higher stage also. But it's a process. You can't jump like a quantum. You have to go by step. And when we make progress, then we will certainly go to the next step. This is called positive and progressive immortality. So there's progression, means you have to go, there's a process involved. Progression and evolution of consciousness, a development.
Yes.
This is required.
I agree.
So we have to be patient. But as long as we know the direction, the basic direction we have to go in, that's the first step. And then we can make progress to that direction. If we have no direction, then what is the question of progress? We're going from here to there and not knowing what's happening. So clear conception. Clear conception is a proper conception.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Maharaj, little comment.
Krishna Kesava has something to say.
Yes.
About what Pradhan was asking before, about what Srila Shanta Maharaj said. He explained that the listening to the devotee, listening to the guru, is higher conception, because we can't go to Krishna directly. So if someone is just chanting Hare Krishna mantra and not taking any direction from the spiritual master or Vaishnav, they're not actually making that positive progress. So it's higher when you listen to the bona fide guru, when you can actually surrender to their guidance and direction, then that is higher because we actually are learning surrender.
Okay,
That's all I wanted to.
yes.
Actually, when we chant Hare Krishna,
Uh,
at the end we conclude with Hare Bol. So that is the ultimate goal. You know,
is it?
When we're chanting Hare Krishna at the end, then we say Hare Bol at the end.
and
Ananda, you have
Haribo.
Ananda?
Lord,
Maharaj, send WhatsApp.
Huh?
He sent the
You-
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
To read.
Oh, okay. Sent a message. Go ahead.
Maharaj, I understand about the holy name being the highest guru. However, is it wrong that in my heart, I feel that the highest guru is my Guru Dev? I can talk to my Guru Dev. I can ask questions. I can serve. I can confess my joys and my sorrows and my activities. And my Guru Dev is my friend also in a direct relationship and personal relationship of service. I understand that chanting the holy name is service too, but the relationship with my Guru Dev is more personal with love and dedication. So I don't know anything about high spiritual issues, but I do know that my Guru Dev always lives in my heart. Srila Acharya Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Niskam Shanta Maharaj, in my heart, you are the highest gurus, and I apologize for any offense in my words.
Joy.
in the holy name Maharaj, Radharani is there. So the highest conception of Guru exists in the holy name. And actually, holy name that is being explained, Gaite Gaite Nam Tridosa Hoilo, Mui Krishnadas Uday Skullo. By chanting the holy name, more and more chanting, what I have realized that I am the servant.
What's that?
By chanting the holy name, I have realized that I am the servant.
That is the scripture saying. In the Bhakti Thakur song, Gaite Gaite Nam Kidosa Hoilo, Mui Krishnadas Uday Skullo. I have realized in the heart by chanting the holy name that I am the servant.
Yes, well, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati told us also that the Radhadasya, the service of Radharani, is found in the completely selfless, loving service of Gurudev. That is what Raghunath Das Goswami has taught us. That Radhadasya is the highest achievement. And that is found in Gurudev, in the service of Gurudev. So although the holy name certainly contains Radharani is there, the gopis are there, everything, the Rasa Leela, everything is there. Yet how do we practically reach that? We find that connection in Guru. Infinite is there, no doubt. But how do you touch the infinite? You don't. Infinite has to touch us someplace. There's a finite place where it touches. That's called Guru. There's our connection between the infinite and the finite. Otherwise, to get to that plane of all those things, what will be our approach? How will we get there? So the practical instruction has been given us. We have to observe very carefully and not get carried away into so many ideal conceptions, but in a practical way. We have to understand what is our practical relation, what is our practical position. And then we'll find that everything is there, but in a specific way. Just like, I think Sridhara gave the example, when you're going to a distant planet, you have to You might see it first as a bright light. When you look up in the sky, you'll see so many lights. And some of those lights are stars, but some of them are planets, and they're reflecting light. And as you approach that light, again, you'll come closer and closer to that planet. You'll begin to see clouds, and you'll see some patches of brown and some patches of green. And then you might see some villages. And then when you land your spaceship and you get there, you'll meet people. And you'll have relationships with different people. So it depends on how closely we're approaching that planet, that Goloka, that Loka. Once we get there, we will find there are different independent relationships, individual relationships we have. And that's how our real life will begin there in the spiritual world, with individual relations, genuine feelings of love and friendship and love and parenthood and all the other things. So yes, holy name is just like it says, the name develops in different stages. Nam, Guna, Rupa, Parikar, Lila. There are different realizations of the name, and not just the name. Name is the beginning stage. Then Guna, then certain qualities will become realized, and Rupa, then certain forms. And then relationship with those forms, Parikar, and then pastimes with those forms. So depending on what stage we're seeing things, yes, it's all true. Name is there. But that is only one stage. Don't think we have everything with one thing. One thing may not be everything, even though it is everything. There's still details, still gradations. No? That teaches in the scripture so many things. We hear so many instructions, but we can't take that as the whole sole instruction.
Sometimes, Maharaj,
Yes.
to encourage general people, so many things are being said. Sometimes encourage the general people, it is so many things are said in the scriptures.
Yes.
And then when they are come to certain level, then higher understandings are also given, and it revealed through Guru and Vaishnavas.
What did you say?
So in general, some things are given in the scripture, but then there's higher understanding given,
Yes.
which can only be revealed through Vaishnava and Guru.
Yes. It's like we say animal, then cows and donkeys and horses and lions, all are included when you say animal. But how do you get to the different animals from their animal? Another level of realization. And even if you say cow, cow means all types of cows. You know about cows. Holstein and this Guernsey and this type of cow, that type of cow. There are so many different types. So we may say something and we don't even realize how much we're saying until we learn deeper about what those things are. Okay. Nandavats Maharaj.
Yeah.
Srila Santa Maharaja ki jai.
Jai.
Harinanda, Dr. Sahu ki jai.
Jai.
Kanapriya ki jai. Tony ki
Jai.
Jai.
Bhagavad
Swamiji ki jai.
Priya Darshini, Priyanatmani,
Jai.
and Ananda
Anandita,
ki jai. Krishna Keshava.
Bhagavati.
I go up and Haribo.
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 Haribo.